Okay, this is April the 21st, 2016, and this is my cabin, which I named La Peau, which I wanted it to be last place on Earth was the name, and so I had to abbreviate it, so I made it La Peau. And so this is the guest bedroom, which is kind of informal because I store stuff in here. That's my telescope tripod, and behind that is a map of the Appalachian Trail from Maine all the way down to Georgia. You can get on it pretty close to here, I think. There's a Benton McKay trail that runs right by here that'll take you to it if you're a hiking person. And so this bedroom's pretty informal. I would love to spruce it up with some better quality accessories. This is I don't live here with anybody, but I do make music with my kitty cat, who I'll show you in a minute. She came up as a stray, and we've fallen in love with each other. I never was that affectionate toward cats before, but this time she's really stolen my heart. That's where the washer and dryer go. And in here, it's the master bedroom. That's my telescope on the bed. And I have my gas logs and boxes on the floor. They were down in the crawl space, but they were getting wet, and that wasn't good, so they kind of make it ugly in here, but I'll try to not show them. And of course, a rustic bed, it looks like it's made out of stuff they found laying around outside and put a bed together. Of course, it was made in a manufacturing plant somewhere. And a lot of cheap pictures on the wall. I just need to get these down and get some better stuff in with barnwood frames. And you can see the mountains out the window. Not with the shade shut, I don't think, but and these floors in here are something that are really, really nice because they're just beautiful hardwood floors. I guess that's pine, maybe fir, I'm not sure. And we have the men's restroom because there's never been a woman in here. And that's the moose that makes music up here. And let's see, I have a few. I like to take pictures of the cabins in the area because they're just, I just find them really attractive. Here's four I really like, but this one's my favorite because it's the dark wood and a contemporary roof line and the big windows. Isn't that just the coziest thing you can imagine up in the mountains, away from the world? Let's see. Then back to the living room. And my coat rack. What's a cabin without a coat rack? Hope you can see it. It's dark, kind of dim light. I have all my hats and jackets there. It makes the cabin look like this is a place of adventure, right? The kind of clothes you need to be outdoors, enjoying yourself in the natural setting. And then here's the whole living room. Let's see, the kitchen and where I work. That's my home office of John Keel Global International. And it had a nice granite countertop. I wish it wasn't black, but that's better than what most of these cabins have in them. Not that makes me feel better. I wish it was what I wanted, but I still like the black. It's like the granite is nice. And it has these vaulted ceilings, which really open it up and give it a fuller feel, run all the way through the living room. This view out the kitchen window is really nice. As you're washing dishes or doing your stuff around in the kitchen, you have this nice view. I really wish my car wasn't there. It kind of takes away the natural look, but if I park it somewhere else, I feel like it's exposed. But to I don't know, somebody drives up and feels like nobody's around, they might take it. Although my neighbor's had his cabin here for 7 years. He lives in Florida, comes up every now and then, has it full of electronics and nice furniture, and he's never had any problem here at all with any mischief going on. When I moved in, there was a contemporary sofa here that was a love seat, and if you sat on it with anybody else, you both slid into the middle. It looked like it belonged in contemporary condo in it, high-rise in Atlanta, so I bought this nature-looking scene, or this one with a nature scene with animals and deer and elk that don't live here. Well, actually, I hear elk bugling now. The wildlife department's been bringing them in, and they're thriving. So I also bought this rug, which I moved in. It was the contemporary rug, which looks silly in a cabin if you have any aesthetic taste at all, right? And this entertainment center, I had to buy it because they had a contemporary entertainment center. Of course, this one looks like the Boy Scouts made it for a project, which fits right in. And there's this beautiful stone fireplace that I really like, where they angled it into the corner, so it's diagonal across that corner. I need to get my gas logs in. I've got to do that this year before it becomes winter. I was going to mention this this unit in the wall is propane, and so that was what was here when I moved in, and there was no central air. I had central air and heat put in, but this thing's fantastic because it'll warm this place up completely in about 5 minutes from dead cold. I mean, it's really powerful. And it runs on propane, so if the electricity goes out, you've got this backup form of heat. But you know, I don't know if the lights are ever going to go out, some kind of civil unrest or nuclear war. But it's just nice to know you have this. And when it snows here in the winter and it gets iced up, and it can be really bad for about a week at a time, and you can't drive out of here because the roads are too narrow and steep. Even with all-wheel drive, you can't drive out. So to have this backup heat is a real sort of mental peace to know that you're covered if it goes out, because you could actually die here without heat. I mean, you could cover up, but I'm a little bit worried about that. So I'll get the propane put back in when I get the gas logs in, and they run on propane. I got this painting of a guy fishing in the Toccoa River, fly fishing, because I like to fly fish. Sorry for the reflection. And the Christmas tree stays up all year because I don't have anywhere to store it, but actually I like it. And I put all these pine cones on it that I picked up. The ones that came on weren't enough. And then I had this wonderful outdoor scene, beautiful. And this is what's really the cabin's about more than anything, is being out in nature. And I have a great view of the mountains out here. And the sun sets right across these mountains, and it's absolutely, some days, I mean, it's really spectacular. And here's Quigley coming to see us. She's going to want to get petted. That's my duty, to give her constant back massages or head scratching. Sometimes she bites. She loves to be spanked like that, or rubbed her back. I bought her this heated cat house for the winter because I don't want her in clawing the furniture. And she did real well out there in the winter. I put towels on that back door so the wind doesn't blow through. I just painted my rocking chairs and the bench between them. They were raw wood when I moved in, and they were beginning to get moldy looking. So, God, that looks so much better painted. Should have seen it before, and you could appreciate it better. Let's see. Then I have, all these woods. I see deer out here quite a bit. I see bear. These two signs, or these two trees right here, and that bear sign, I saw little cubs between there. Maybe about weighed 10 pounds apiece, maybe. Didn't see the mama bear. Then I had this wonderful deck, which my picnic table rotted, the one that came with the cabin, and I just threw it away. I've got to get another picnic table. And here's this hiking sign. This is, if you take a right here at this sign, it'll take you down to the Benton McKay Trail, which leads to the Appalachian Trail. I think it's about 10 miles away to the Appalachian Trail. But the Benton McKay Trail, people come from Atlanta to hike it. It's really popular with the hikers, and I'm not a hiker, so it just gives them more solitude on the trail, which I'm glad to do. I had this air conditioner here when I moved in, and it quit working the day I moved in. So I immediately had central put in, and that's just an eyesore up there that eventually I'll get taken down and maybe replaced with. I was thinking about making it look like a cuckoo clock, you know, where we could put like a little door up there, like a cuckoo bird would come out at a certain time, but instead of trying to think how to make it look decent if I pull that thing out. And I have bears come down the side of the cabin. They walk right up these steps and right out here on the deck, and they'll surprise me because I'll have the window open and I'll look out, and 3 feet away there's a big black bear, and one snapped and growled at me through the window one day. I yelled at him because he was getting in the garbage. So I came home one day, parked the car right here, and right there behind that satellite dish there was a bear eating out of my garbage, and he wasn't going to leave. I was parked right here. He wasn't afraid. That close to me, and I got out of the car and he just walked off. Just put out my spring flag and those little cedar trees in those buckets. We'll see if those survive. Okay, and there's my neighbor's house. He comes up 4 times a year from Florida with his family, and they feed me and we hang out together. They're really nice people. They're construction industry people. Made his living working 7 days a week in construction, and he's made a lot of money. Terrific guy. I asked him one day, I said, I don't know what I'm going to do when I get too old to take care of myself, because I don't have grandchildren, children, wife. I don't have a family. And I really don't care for my family at all. I've just tried. I cannot be around them. He said, don't worry, man. We got you covered. We're going to take care of you. So that was nice. I don't like being taken care of. I'd have to put him in my will or do something in return, because I don't really like the unearned. I don't think it's very egoistic to have people take care of you. You have to get something in return. So, well, that's the tour. Thanks for watching.